Hello, everybody. Welcome back to day 16, 16th of November. Today, we're going to talk about momentum being the first step, which makes the second step possible. Yesterday, when we talked about courage, and that it's not the absence of fear, it's just the refusal to let fear drive the bus. And I said something then at the end that I want to really carry forward on today. Once you take that first courageous step, something shifts. We're going to say more in a minute, but folks, there's a physics to this stuff. The hardest step is always the first. You have to overcome momentum's cousin, inertia. The toughest thing that I do every day of my life, including getting out of my warm, soft bed, is start. Once I'm going, it seems the stuff that I need continually will start showing up. Turning the corner just ahead of me, and I have to kind of go after it to get to it, and on that goes. A storyteller in motion has a shot at continuing the story, I guess. Now, once you start, even if you do it imperfectly, even clumsily, the second step does actually get easier, and the third, it gets easier still. Though I will say, if you had tried to start with whatever that third step is, you might still be in bed. It's the momentum that you built that makes that third step easier than you remember the first one being. It's momentum. It's courage with wheels on it. I sort of believe that momentum is the universe's way of rewarding movement. Because as long as you're in motion, it seems like fear loses some of its grip. Options seem to appear. Resources seem to show up. People seem to come out of nowhere to help you. Some folks call that manifesting, I believe, and they add a mystical, magical quality to it. But actually, it's characteristic of momentum that until you start in the place it takes you, you don't always have the view that being in that place then affords you. So none of that can happen until you start moving. My friend and fellow speaker, John Burnett, likes to say even God doesn't try to move a parked car. Let me give you a picture. Imagine standing at the bottom of a hill. You're pushing a big old heavy truck. The first shove feels impossible. You lean in, your legs strain, nothing budges. Then on one of your efforts, it moves like an inch, but rocks back. But then you use that motion and it moves another inch. And you push a little more and use the rhythm of that rocking, and suddenly the thing rolls. Not fast and not gracefully, but enough to tell you the truth. You can move it. And after that, gravity joins into the team. And people often confuse momentum with motivation. And I can see why. But the truth here is that motivation is emotional. It comes, it goes with your point of view. Momentum is mechanical. You build it and it acts. People, here's the physics thing. It's Newton's first law of motion. Momentum doesn't care if you're tired or inspired. It only cares that you keep going, and it will help. It will help you by tending to stay in motion unless acted upon by an outside force. And that force, in almost every instance that I can remember, can be traced back to some form of fear. So here's today's invitation. Wherever you are in life, whether you think you know the path or the journey or even the destination, take the next small step, not the whole mountain, just the next foothold. Make the call, send the email, start the draft, walk 5 minutes, clean one drawer, not the whole house. Whatever builds on yesterday's courage, do that. Because momentum is a quiet promise that if you keep moving, your future will meet you. Tomorrow, we talk about something that momentum creates almost by accident. Confidence. Proof, experience, and small wins. The stuff that makes you believe that you can. Join me here every day. Steve on Story. Hopefully it'll make your day better. That's my goal. See you around.